Newcastle United 3, Liverpool 3. And if, like me, you felt really disappointed, yeah, no, disappointed doesn't really begin to describe it. Frustration, sorry, I should say, because, I would have taken a draw. I'm not gonna lie. After like 20-30 minutes into the first half, I saw Newcastle United and I thought to myself, this is gonna be one of those games where we're either gonna be absolutely brilliant and gonna smoke Newcastle straight off the park, or this is gonna be quite a heavy defeat for us. Because you know what, the way Newcastle United really just cut up our defense, and really they made our defense and our midfield into mincemeat through sheer aggression and power. I mean, you could see Newcastle and their fans were really up for it, playing against the top of the table team, a score to settle from last season. Hey, Newcastle was up for it. And my worry coming into this game was always like, would we be able to keep those levels of intensity? The way we played in the first half against Real Madrid, the way we play against City in that first half was really good. And
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
that first half performances that we've been seeing the last two games, unfortunately, came to an end. And when we were back to default factory settings, which is a really shitty first half. But I guess if after a couple of hours, I've had a bit of sleep and I've had some time to really think about it, and is a draw a fair result? Yes. Is it a bad result? Not really, because if you think about it, right, many teams are going to struggle at Newcastle this season, and I've always felt that for this run of fixtures coming in December, it was always going to be a tough ask for Liverpool. And look, at the end, we could have gone away with 3 points had it not been for that mistake from Kelleher at the end, which gifted Newcastle United the point. Look, they still had to score that goal in any case. So you know what? If you're looking at this from a neutral perspective, this was a fucking fantastic game. Absolutely. And you know what? I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it. I didn't think we were going to go out there and we were going to blast Newcastle United like we did City. Especially at St. James's Park. As that first half went on, I was going, I'll take a draw. But, as the second half goes on, I think Slot made some changes really late into the second half, around the 67th mark, which I thought was a bit late. But the substitutions made a massive impact. I think bringing on Trent instead of Gomez, I would have liked to have seen that happen sooner. But I understand you have to build up Gomez's rhythm. He has to get match fit. And that's what I kind of live with. Look, I know a lot of people are, and what I've been reading today about, there's a lot of criticism for Joe Gomez, and it wasn't his best performance, but when I look at it in the bare light of day, and obviously having had a couple of hours to really process everything, it's okay, man. I think the most important part is that if that was his worst game, then that's fine, and we got a result out of it. Okay, fine, and that's what it is. We've got, I think we're playing 6 or 7 games in this December month. 4 of those are going to be away. Wow, that's insane. I mean, we've got Everton away. Who else have we got away? I think Spurs as well. So, hey, take it. Reds, take it. Lap it up. An away draw at St. James's Park, which, that game could have gone anyway. I'm okay with it. You got to give it up for Newcastle United for coming out the way they did. I didn't expect it. I was honestly thinking, where the fuck has this Newcastle United been? Huh? Could have used them against fucking all our rivals. But whoa, what a goal by Isak. Wow, I honestly, I've never seen a ball hit that fucking hard. I mean, Keller, the ball went as 10 centimeters away from Kelleher. It was like that doses, but by the time his hand got there, the ball was already in the back of the fucking net. So great goal. One of those Premier League goals of the season, I'm sure. You know, reminds me of that Tony Yeboah from Leeds back in the day, where he just fucking bangs that ball and it goes top bins. But we didn't obviously, our defense didn't really cover ourselves in glory. We just kind of like stood off. But you know what? What can you do about it? A brilliant goal. Our equalizer was really brilliant. A great assist from Mo Salah. And a fucking Curtis Jones. Again, man. What a goal. He didn't have his best games. I felt personally, you might disagree. I don't think he had his best games. I think he for large parts, he really struggled to take a hold of it. Ryan Gravenberch also didn't have a great game. He also struggled. And I think that was ultimately the story of the match. And like I said, at that point, I was like happy to take a draw because it looked like the way Newcastle was cutting our defense, overrunning our midfield. There was nothing there. This is like it was like a donut, pack of polos. There was nothing in the middle, just fucking empty. So to come away with 3 points, you have to look at this as a glass half full. I certainly do. There's certainly lots of things that I kind of like took away that were really positives. Again, more minutes for Joel Kwanzaa and for Joe Gomez, because I do think, having been, it's so difficult for a defender to come into a team than, let's say, a striker. The defensive unit, the goalkeeper and the 4 defenders and maybe even the 6, they tend to build a kind of understanding with each other. And so if new people come in, there's going to be some adjustment time and you know what. And that's kind of how I look at it. I'm sure Joe Gomez, the ultimate professional, will look at that and say, it was just a bad night. But you know what? We came away with a draw, so I'm fucking happy about that. I was so fucking gutted when that third goal goes in because it was so out of left field. And you know what? Kelleher punches the ball away or whatever. He does everything except what he did. Then Liverpool go away with the 3 points, and we will say, great result, not a great performance. So in the context of that, we gotta go look at this and say, you know what? Actually, 1 point is not a bad thing. And you know what? With the next kind of 6 or 5 more games kind of coming up, it really is gonna be, it's gonna be about winning ugly. Everybody right now is fighting for their positions. Everybody understands that this is the part of the season where things really kick off. So, I don't know. I do feel disappointed, but I'm not disheartened by it, or I don't feel. I'm just this sense of frustration that it could have gone a certain way. But you know what? Newcastle United deserve to get something out of the game. They were brilliant as well, and I'm sure if you were a neutral watching that game, 100% you would have absolutely spoken about it as if it was one of the games of the season. So, all that being said, though, it is what it is, and we go again. Up next, we've got Everton. My goodness, at Goodison Park. Probably going to be the last time we're going to be facing them at Goodison Park, and I know these people. That's what they look out for, to throw a spanner in our works, which they did last season. So I'm looking to get some fucking payback on those fucking blue shites, huh? Let's go fucking smash them. Let's give them. Let's ingrain it into their collective memory as a fan base, as an Everton fan base, that they are shit. And Liverpool will always be better than them. Let's go do that, Reds. That will make up for this fucking anomaly that we just kind of witnessed there. Anyways, Reds, listen, it is what it is. We move on. We're going to the next one. The games are coming thick and fast, and you know what? There's not going to be much time to dwell on it. Luckily for us, in a few days' time, Saturday at fucking 1:30, 2:30 my time, it's already gonna be kicking off. I hate fucking early kickoffs on Saturday, so you know what? It's gonna be fun again. Hopefully we can get the job done and we go ahead. Yeah, Reds. Thanks for watching. If you're new, do all that fun stuff, like and subscribe. Thank you for all of those who subscribed in the last few days. Really, really appreciate it. We go again. And I'll see you guys at the next one.